Hey guys, this is Steve Huff from Huff Paranormal. Welcome back to my channel here on YouTube. If you haven't noticed lately, I've been putting a little more effort into this channel lately, pumping out more content, and there's only going to be more to come thanks to you guys who have been asking for it, who have been commenting with nothing but amazing, lovely comments full of love, which is always awesome because, as I always say, love is the key. Here we are, another day. It's the weekend. It's Saturday. I uploaded a very cool session this morning with my DR60, and yes, I contacted my guide. He told me his name. He talked about Junior Guzman. He talked about love. He talked about heaven. If you missed that, it's kind of basic, but it's one of my favorite videos I've done just because of the messaging. Amazing connection with this guy right here, the DR60. And speaking of the DR60, I want to talk about it today. Now, I've done a lot of videos using this digital voice recorder, and I get asked all the time, almost every day there's an email asking me about it. Some people think you can go to Best Buy and buy one or buy it on Amazon. Some people think it's made for EVP and Panasonic made it for spirit communication. That is not the case. But the DR60 is a recorder that Panasonic made in the 1990s. I think around 1996, 1995-ish, if I remember correctly. They sold it for $30 as a digital voice recorder, you know, to take notes. Because back then we didn't have smartphones, we didn't have all that fancy stuff that we have today. So people used to carry these around to their workplace, their business, or just to remind themselves, like, reminder, we need a gallon of milk, and then later they'd play back their reminders, you know, something like that. That's what it was made for. People bought this recorder for around 30 bucks and started returning them to Panasonic because they were picking up voices that weren't there. And they thought it was some kind of defect. That nobody back then thought it was ghosts because this kind of stuff wasn't accepted. It wasn't out in the mainstream. Not many people knew about it. And I'm looking at the screen just to make sure my focus is still there. So anyway, people would return them, and Panasonic discontinued it and got rid of it and nixed it. And they came out with a replacement model that no longer had that issue, unfortunately. And so all of the DR60s that were sold, you know, people put them in drawers, people threw them away, people sold them to thrift, or gave them to thrift stores, people sold them at garage sales. There's probably not a ton left in the world, and you can only find this guy on eBay. And they're shooting up in price, which is just unbelievably way too high. The prices are nearing $3,000, $2,500, $1,800. I paid $1,100 for mine about a year ago. It's well worth that. But here's a couple reasons why you don't want to buy one. First of all, as I said, they're from the 90s. So if you buy one and it breaks down tomorrow, you're out of all that money. I thought mine broke a couple weeks ago, and I was so sad because I don't have the money to buy another $2,000 to buy another one on eBay that could break down. I was able to fix it, reset it, just by doing a hard reset and formatting the memory. But it came up with the message sorry on the screen, and I was like, no. And then Josh from Hope Paranormal, my friend Josh, it happened to him like a few days after it happened to me on his, which was very strange. So he called me and I told him how to fix it. But these can break down, and if you spend all that money on one and it breaks down, you're out of luck. You can't get it repaired. So be very cautious about that. I think the prices will eventually go back down on these. They're worth $1,000, $1,100 easy, but they're not worth $2,000 and $3,000. And I'll tell you why, because there's a lot of new people here on my channel. There's a lot of people mailing me saying, I never knew this kind of thing existed. I didn't know this was a thing. And yes, it's a thing. Here I am with a fully open mind, full connection to spirit, and it's a part of my life. It's a positive part of my life. Ever since doing this, my life has improved 10 times, 20 times, 30 times in all areas of life. It has made me spiritual, not religious, and open myself up to God and the universe. Yes, you can allow God into your heart because He's already there, and you don't have to be religious to do so. Remember, religion is man-made. The Bible is man-made. There's agendas when it was written. You can find books about it. You can also find books about why talking to the dead is not forbidden by the Bible, as a lot of people try to say. Anyway, I just went off topic there for a minute. You need a connection to use any device. If you're someone who uses a Spirit Box radio, a Geobox, a Portal, a Wonderbox, a recorder, apps, and you get replies, then something like this will work for you most likely. If you're new to this and you never knew this existed, or you think it's fake, or you think it's a joke, or you think it's for entertainment, don't buy one because you're probably not going to get anything out of it. You have to have a connection with spirits, and I can do videos later on about how to build a connection, how to stay protected, correct techniques. If any of you guys want kind of an educational series, I'd be happy to do that here on YouTube and put it in a playlist for educational playlist. So leave a thumbs up here and a comment below if you want me to do that in the near future. Because anybody can do this if you want to, but there's risks involved, there's little caveats involved, there's things you have to know about. And I've been through it all. I've been hospitalized from spiritual attacks, demonic attacks. I've had my life totally changed around when I realized God was within me already. He's within all of us. The universe is part of us all. And that has just enriched my life like you wouldn't believe. So here comes my doggies. They're coming up. Here, hold on. She's like, yay. Anyway, so now I'm getting all thrown out of whack. So anyone can build a connection. I've done it with dedication, persistence, empathy, respect, love, and care, and technique. So it's possible for anyone to do, just not everyone should do it. It's not something everyone should get into, because if you fear it in any way, shape, or form, if you fear it, never do this work. Because fear is our worst enemy. I've said that before. So this recorder is special. I've did videos on it before. When I first got it, I did a review of it, but that was before I really realized how powerful it is. Now I have another recorder here that I just found on eBay. It's new from Panasonic. So this is called the R30. It's brand new. I saw it on eBay. You can only buy it from Japan. And I was like, what if it's like the DR60 and it's 60 bucks? So I bought one, and it has this little display. It looks like an old school tape deck with a record, play, and stop button. But here's another thing. Yes, you can use any recorder. You can use the recorder on your phone to record spirit voice, but with any other recorder besides the DR60, you're looking at 1 in 100, 1 in 500, 1 in 1,000 chance you're going to record a spirit voice. And when you do, it can be a whisper, a one-word whisper, a low volume. You might get a Class A. Those are very rare. With the DR60, I can pick up spirit voice almost 100% of the time, no matter what time it is, no matter where I'm at. If I'm out in the park, if I'm at the grocery store, if I'm in my car, I can get spirit. So that's the difference. A lot of people say, I can do it with any recorder. Well, yeah, we can. That's what people have used for years. But it's not like this. And the way they use this, there's an internal noise, because this is old technology. So it has this internal grumbly noise, right? And spirits manipulate audio to speak. It's been proven. I've said this for years. I've proven it. Others have now proven it. Spirits take audio. We have to give them a voice. And there's a reason that everybody who uses a DR60, there's a reason all those EVPs have the same voice. It's because spirits are using the internal noise to speak. They're manipulating that noise, changing it to form words and phrases. They don't use the microphone on it. In fact, you could disable the microphone and still catch EVPs. I've proven this by putting this in a sealed watertight container and dunking it underwater, and they would still answer my questions while this was dunked underwater in a sealed airtight container. Spirits manipulate electronics. They work within us. A lot of people ask why I only get English replies. It's because I speak English. If I spoke German, I'd get German replies. Spirits are using us, the operator. You've heard of channeling. You've heard of mediums who say spirits work through them. They're working through us. They're using the electricity that's present in our brain. So it's a miraculous thing. It's a mysterious thing that we don't have all the answers to, but that's how they speak. So that's why the voices always sound the same. In rare occasions, you might pick up a clear voice with some character. I've done it 2 or 3 times, and that's when the spirit has a lot of energy, and they can use that energy to change it to form maybe what they sounded like in life. So that's the DR60. I'm going to show you a quick example of how they differ. So just think of this as any other recorder on planet Earth, because they're all the same in their ability to capture EVP, which is very rare, very hard, much harder than a DR60. Unless you're in a hot spot, you're well connected, then you might get one every now and again, and you might need to boost it, amp it up to try to hear it. So we're gonna try. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Can you leave a message? Okay. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Can you leave a message? Okay. Okay, nothing. Any noises came from her, but we'll use the DR60. We now have the DR60. I know you love this recorder. You like to speak through it. There's a lot of people watching. What would you like to say?
We now have the DR60. I know you love this recorder. You like to speak through it. There's a lot of people watching. What would you like to say?
There was a full message. I'm not sure what was said. When I play this back, I might be able to hear it when I put my headphones on. We'll play it again one more time.
We now have the DR60. I know you love this recorder. You like to speak through it. There's a lot of people watching. What would you like to say?
So, not all recorders are created equal. There's a reason the DR60 is going for such a high amount, and there's a reason why it's well sought after, highly sought after. But be careful because they can break, they're very old, and you do have to have some kind of connection and focus and meditate and take it seriously. It's not a game, it's not a toy, it's not for entertainment, it's not a joke, it's not a hoax. This is real folks stuff, this is serious stuff. And a lot of people say, is this real or fake? I've said it for 8 years. Everything I do is real. And lately I've been saying, if anyone's out there faking this work that is meant to be taken seriously, this is strong spiritual work. If you're out there faking it and mocking it, there's a place down below that you might go to when you pass away. It's not to be taken lightly. It's not to be mocked. It is the real deal. And there is a heaven, there is a hell. They've confirmed it. It's amazing stuff, but it's not for everybody. So thank you. If you like this video, thumbs up and subscribe. If you want to see more of an educational series mixed in with my session videos, leave a comment below and thumbs up. And if I get enough, I'll start doing them. I just don't know what you guys want to see. So have a great weekend, and I will see you next time. I don't know if I'll post this on a weekend. I might post this in a few days. I'm not sure. So have a great day, have a great night, have a great week. Love to all. Love is the key. Bye.